Boom.
Biddly, 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 boy. Yes, yes, yeah. Here we go. There ain't nobody down around here. You know what time it is. Get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. Can you believe that these people aren't smashing a like on my video? Smash a like. Cozy on up to that like button and hover over it, and it'll give you that option to like it and whack it home, smash it home. And can you believe I have been told on the past few videos that I've become a divisive character to some extent? I mean, I've read in between the lines. Nobody's actually said decisive character, but one thing that has been said is, you know, I used to get called a happy clapper. Now, for some reason, I seem to be fragmenting the fan base, which is a wild thing. So I'm going to bring the energy a little bit. Maybe, you know, I've maybe had a bit of an hangover and I've not been on tip-top form. Maybe I'm not feeling my absolute self at all moments, and we try to keep pumping the videos out. Sometimes I don't really want to do a video and I do it, and then sometimes I get in my own head and I think, well, what the fuck are you on about here? And you're just going anywhere. And then in reality, I feel like I'm better when I'm just talking shit anyway. So I don't know what you want from me. You know, we went live yesterday. Apparently I need to take a leaf out of a few other people's channels' book. News to me. I don't know why that is. I never have done that before, so I don't know why I'm going to start doing it now. But I don't care. My mama never is no dummy. Anybody out in Leeds tomorrow? We are out well and truly on the slush, not the slash, on the slosh, on the Lasharoonie. We'll be out from 12 to make sure we're absolutely well oiled for the game. I was going to go live and stuff, but it's my mate's birthday on the Monday, so we are seeing through the weekend. I've managed to stay off it last night, staying off it tonight with the best of luck, and then meeting him early morning Sunday, and then we're going to ride it out to Monday night and see how long we last. Probably end on a Ruby Maria curry on Monday night, and then I will be very much trying to get some sleep before Tuesday's work, which will be brutal. But shit is as shit does. If you don't know by now, you never knew. We're happy over there up in this bitch. We're back to being a happy clapper. We just win every single game, don't we? I can report while I am live that Sunderland are beating Arsenal. Now, credit where credit's due. They are on absolute fire. Obviously, I don't know where that game will end up. They're currently just about to go to half-time. That is a wild... I mean, it's currently a 6-pointer for them, to be fair. It's literally getting towards that point where, you know, they are second in the league. They're 4 points off Arsenal. It'd be just my luck for Arsenal to lose 2 games all season. One of them's Sunderland and one of them's Liverpool. Obviously, Liverpool's a game that you can lose. But for Sunderland to beat them, it's just that I was, to be honest, if I'm brutally honest, and a few people do from Sunderland fans watch my channel, I was half hoping that they got spanked today, you know, 5-0, so that I could do the like, oh, so Sunderland are in fucking meltdown, you know, and like have a bit of a laugh about it. But that's not. I actually want Sunderland to do well, but for some reason, the fan base or the people that watch my channel or don't understand that I'm winding everybody up on Twitter seem to compare us to Sunderland relentlessly, and I want them to do well. I don't really care how high up they can finish second in the league as far as I'm concerned. As long as we stay up and keep aiming up that league, aiming up into 10th. Percentages on tomorrow. Let's have a look here. Nottingham Forest, 41 win probability, 29% draw, and a 30% win probability for us. I don't really know why Nottingham Forest are to be even remotely feared. They've won 1 game all season, 1 game in 10. Obviously, we've only won 3, but that is, you know, it's 2 more, a significant amount more than they have. But I understand, you know, everybody bangs on about their fucking lineup and their last season and their performance last season. Teams are only on form when they're in form, and players are only on form when they're in form. This form's temporary, class is permanent. It's like that's kind of true for the top players, that when they fall off a little bit, they don't end up bottom of the league. Do you know what I mean? They end up like 8th in the league, 9th in the league. You know, we spoke about Leicester last year. They won the league. You know, then they finished 12th, I think, the year after. So it doesn't really matter where you finish. They finished 8th the season before they got relegated. So were they a top 10 side? Were that a top 10 squad? Then they get relegated? I don't know. So who knows? Farker mentioned not to look at the table at the moment. Obviously, I am doing that because it's hard not to, when on the basis that we're currently, and after the results today, Burnley drew. Did Burnley draw today? Oh, no, West Ham picked them right at last minute. So 3-2 to West Ham, which I kind of wanted that result on the basis that, you know, West Ham have now turned it round, haven't they? 2 games from the last 3, 6 points out of 9. Who beat them? LUFC beat them, boys. The Leeds boys beat them. So we're currently a point in front of Burnley and West Ham. Obviously, if Notts Forest do get the win, doesn't affect us in terms of position. They go on to 9 points, where then 2 points clear of them. But it's getting really tight down there, isn't it? Again, if we win tomorrow, 14 points, we're lifting up to potentially 13th in league. And it looks like a long way down from there, doesn't it? So it's just so interesting how, a game can really sort of push you over edge. It's 6 points. 6 points, as in 3 to 6 points, can really literally transform your league, transform your season. For how Sunderland are getting on, let's have a look here. We're on 11 points. They're on 21 points. We're only three wins behind them. We're so early on in the season. That's what I'm saying. All the Farker outers and the Farker inners, it's so silly at this point when we're 11 games. Well, not even 11 games. Let's see where the dust settles before the international break. We do have a tough running in come December and all that stuff, but we're probably going to pick up some random points. We need to make sure we keep winning at home. I would like to pick up a few results away from home. It's obvious. There's been a lot of talk about Farker saying that we need 9 wins, and people are debating what he means by that. Like, does he mean 9 more wins? Because if he means 9 more wins, then I think we're pretty comfortably staying up. Or does he mean 9 wins in total? Like, obviously, everybody's saying that leaves us on 27 points, which I understand. But I think then with the draws and stuff, I thought he meant 27 points, really, which panicked me in a sense, because then it's like, you're needing sort of 10 draws then, aren't you, to get to 37 points. And I think we're pushing it then. If I'm honest, I don't like, as much as I disagree with everybody saying, Sunderland are aiming for top 10 and we're just trying to survive. I didn't want to do that in the first place, did I? So it's a weird one for me to sort of suggest that we're aiming towards survival. But ultimately, you are looking to survive in the league. We're not going to be pushing for Europe, are we? I still think we can aim for 10th and finish 12th, 13th and really have quite a fun season. I personally think if everybody was to calm down just a touch, tomorrow's game would make a big difference, really, for my defence of the club, really, where we'd be on 14 points after 11 games. It'd be looking good. We'd be 13th in league, potentially, obviously depending on how Brentford and Newcastle get on. Because they're the teams that we can eclipse if we win tomorrow. And then you can sort of look at the league and go, well, are you not having fun? I know we've had a shit week last week and I got tonked to Arsenal, but you've got to play Arsenal. You got to be in the league to get tonked by Arsenal, aren't you? So is there such thing as a must win? Is there a not must win the game? What game is not a must win? What game is a not must win, must not win? Who knows? Farker obviously mentioned that Calvert-Lewin will be leaving a late call for whether or not he's injured tomorrow. What do we do then? People calling for Parisley coming in. I think, Joe Depp wants the 2 up top. I appreciate you, Joe Depp. Shout out to Joe Depp. I think he'll just go with Metcher up top. I think Metcher offers the same things other than being the target man, really. I think he offers everything in behind, down by wings, alt job lot, really. Calvert-Lewin has posted a few photos, though, seems pretty stretchy, no homo. But on his Instagram photos and stuff, I don't know whether he's just doing that thing that some players do where they're sort of suggesting, like, don't worry about me, coach, I'm A-OK, everything's good to go. Nonto will be back in the squad, I would imagine, tomorrow, which is good, isn't it? Harry Gray on the bench, people are calling for him to get 10, 15 minutes. I joked about this yesterday, but just a couple of Farker outers on his press conference. Somebody put, if DCL is out, he has to be brave and take Harry Gray. Fine. I don't know why that's bravery, but then it's and give him 10, 15 minutes. It's not like see how the game's going and then say, well, I'll give you 10, 15 minutes. My man, Danny Facker, is not putting anybody on the bench with no intention of bringing him on. If Harry Gray is on the bench, there is an occasion for him to come on. If we're 5-0 up, believe me, after 60 minutes, Harry Gray is getting 30 minutes. He might not give him 30 minutes if we're 5-0 up. I take it back, but we're not going to be 5-0 up. Hey, I'm not saying we won't be 5-0 up. I'm a happy clapper. Oh. Like, subscribe. Shout out to every which one here. Ain't nobody down round here, and I ain't joking. I hope everybody's in town tomorrow because we're going to paint the town white, aren't we? Spunk style. Get up, my lad. Ah.
Boom.